What's going on YouTube? This is Ultimate iDevice Vids, and we've had an iOS 8 jailbreak for quite some time now. First we had the iOS 8.1 Pengu jailbreak, and now we have the iOS 8.1.1 and 8.1.2 Taiji jailbreak. And since then, there's been tons and tons of tweaks updated to support the latest iOS 8 versions, and tons of new tweaks released. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my personal favorite tweaks, and there are two that I'm going to be showing you. And these are the tweaks that I use on a daily basis. And these tweaks consist of great design, great functionality, and just overall reliability. And the first tweak I'm going to be showing you guys is called Auxo 3. It's available in Cydia for $2.99. However, if you did own Auxo 2 or the original version of Auxo, you could upgrade to this version of Auxo 3 with iOS 8 compatibility for only 99 cents. And this tweak was just released today, and that's why I'm actually making this video. This actually makes, again, two of my favorite tweaks. You know, the previous one that I'm going to be showing you in just a second has been updated for a while, but again, I just wanted to wait for Auxo 3 just so I could show you guys, again, my two favorite tweaks. And basically what this tweak does is it improves the way that you multitask on your device, or switch between apps, rather. So basically, I'm going to be showing you all the things that this tweak does. Now, it does three primary things. The first thing it does is it combines the app switcher and the multitasking view into one single view. And basically this is called the Multicenter. So if I just double tap my home button here, as you can see, I have this view here, and it combines, again, the app switcher and the control center into one view. So I have my app switcher up here. I can scroll through all my applications, and I also have these controls down here, like toggles, you know, things like brightness control. As you can see, they're in a circle now, which is pretty cool. Media controls, all this great stuff, and the app switcher, again, in one single view. Now, app switching can work the exact same way, so of course you could just tap on an application, double click your home button, switch over to another app, again, just like this. It works pretty much the same way. And you can also open up this view by swiping up at the bottom of the display, just like this, as you can see. And it really does make sense, because it does combine the app switcher and the control center into one view. Of course, you're able to access it by both double tapping the home button, which by default would get you to the app switcher, and by swiping up, because of course by default that gets you to the control center. And when you're swiping up, as you can see, the animations are just very smooth. As you can see, if I move my finger slowly, just how everything kind of fades into place there, very smooth. And that's one of the reasons that I really love this tweak and why I use it on a daily basis, because of just how smooth these animations are. Just very, very nice, well designed, and it functions, again, extremely well. And something else you could do actually inside of the Multicenter View, inside of this view here, is you could open up applications just by sliding down, just like this, as you can see. And by default on iOS, that action does absolutely nothing. And if I show you over here on a device that doesn't have the tweak installed, as you can see, when I swipe down, nothing happens. I have to tap. And if you ask me, that doesn't really make sense, because of course with these touchscreen devices, you should have the ability to swipe, because of course you have this huge display on, you know, all iPhones, iPod Touches, iPads, and you should be able to swipe, because of course you get to choose the speed at which the application will open. Of course, when you tap, you have to wait for the app to animate. And if you ask me, again, swiping is just so much smoother. Of course, you can control the speed of it. It just feels much more natural if on a touchscreen display, if you ask me. And of course, why not assign an action to something that does nothing? Even if you don't use it, you know, it's good to have this additional action, you know, being able to open up an app by swiping. So that's pretty much this view. Of course, the quick launch toggles at the bottom are not visible, but if you just swipe up like this, as you can see, they will be visible. Now, I'm not sure, for some reason on my device, they are only these blue little squares. However, they still function. As you can see, they'll open up their designated application or designated function. However, I'm not entirely sure why they're little blue, as you can see, squares like that. I'm assuming that's a bug, but again, I'm not entirely sure. So I think that's very, very nice with this tweak. And as you can see, if we slide up to reveal the quick launch, how the app previews kind of move up like that, it's just very well designed. The animations are very nice. Again, I really do like that aspect of this tweak, the animations. And one last thing I want to show you inside of the Multicenter is the ability to close out of all applications very easily. All you do is you swipe up on the home screen card just like this, and as you can see, all the app previews kind of move to the top of the display. As you can see right there, again, it's just very smooth. It's amazing that you're able to see every little detail of these applications, as you can see right at the top of the display, just like that. And it's very easy to do. You just swipe up, boom, you're right there. And again, I'm just moving slowly to show you how crazy these animations are. And then we have the Close All Apps button, and it does transform from the home button there, as you can see, into Close All Apps. And if we select it, it's just going to close all the applications. And it didn't close music because I was playing music, and it is set so basically when I perform that gesture, any app that's playing music will stay open. So that's why the music app stayed open there. And again, that's pretty much this view. I'm going to show you some of the other options with this tweak now. And the next feature is the quick switcher, and we access this by swiping up on the bottom left-hand side of the screen just like this. Then we're going to get this pop-up, and basically we have the ability to scroll through all the applications that are currently open in our app switcher on our device, and basically you just release your finger on a particular application that you want to open, and you're there just like that. It's so fast. It's just such a quick way to switch between all the applications on your device. Again, you just find the app you want to open up, you release, and you're in there just like that. It's just so fast. Again, swipe up, find the app you want to open, release your finger on it, and you're there just like that. Hence the name Quick Switcher. It's a pretty quick way to switch between all the apps on your device. And the third portion of the tweak, the third most important portion, is the hot corners. And this allows you to close out of an application quickly by swiping up on the right-hand side of the screen just like this. And as you can see, it will close the application. And if you ask me, this is a lot better than pressing the home button or using an activator action because the animation is just so smooth. As you can see right there again, how it tracks your finger like that. As you can see again, it's just so smooth. There we go, we release and it exits out to the home screen. Very smooth animations. This is definitely my favorite option, I would say. It's very simple, but again, it's just so convenient being able to close an application without the home button so quickly. Wherever you are in an app, you just quickly swipe up and you're on your home screen just like that. And something I do want to mention about the quick switcher is if you want it to have more than 6 icons, by default it is limited to the first 6 apps in your app switcher. So again, if you want to make it unlimited so you could scroll, as you can see right now, more than 6 apps, and all I'm doing is just holding on the edge of the device on either side, and as you can see it's scrolling through, again, more than 6 apps. If you want that to happen, you will need to go into your settings and scroll down until you see Auxo 3 and go in there. And here you want to go into advanced options and you want to enable the option unlimit quick switcher. So basically again that will allow you to have more than 6 apps. Just a tip. And let's just go back to the main settings for the tweak. As you can see, so we do have the ability to disable the, certain options. So basically the 3 options that I just showed you. So multi-center, quick switcher, and hot corners, you could disable and enable these options independently. So that's very nice. Down beneath we have some advanced options, and I was just in there to show you the unlimited quick switcher, but we go in there and we have various options to configure. And I'm not going to show you all these options because there's just tons, but I do want to show you a few of them. And the first one I want to show you is reachable display. And because of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus's larger displays, obviously it is a little bit hard to reach the absolute top of these devices. So if you're using this tweak with one of those devices, basically I would recommend that you keep reachable display on. And basically what it does is it will move the controls, the toggles, from the top of the screen to the bottom. If you remember back in Auxo 2 for iOS 7, of course before the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus were available, basically the toggles are always at the top. However, with this new update, because of these devices, as you can see, all the controls are at the bottom of the display. If I disable reachable display, I'll show you, as you can see, this is basically kind of how it used to look before with the toggles at the top. But again, if you have one of the larger devices, I would recommend keeping that on so all the toggles are reachable, again, from the bottom of the display, just like this. And the next option I want to show you inside of the advanced options, the last option that I want to show you, is open to last app. And basically what this does is when you swipe up on the bottom of the display here, as you can see, it's going to automatically take me to the second application, the application next to the one that I'm currently in. And by default, of course, when you open up the app switcher using the home button, that will happen by default. However, as you can see, if I disable open to last app, when I use the swipe gesture, as you can see, it's just going to stay on the application that I was currently in. And I actually do recommend keeping this on because obviously if you're opening up the app switcher, you want to switch to another app, so why keep the display focused on the app that you're currently in, if you know what I mean. So that's just, again, the second option that I want to show you inside advanced. There's some more things, but you can configure all that to your liking on your own. That's pretty much it for this tweak. It's an amazing tweak. I cannot stress that enough. It's just great. Being able to switch between applications with such ease, close out of applications. And once again, the tweak's called Auxo 3. It's available in Cydia for $2.99, but if you own the Auxo 2 for iOS 7 or the original version of Auxo, you could get this update for 99 cents. And the next tweak I'm going to be showing you guys is called Aslock. This one's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And basically what this tweak allows you to do is lock your device just by swiping down, as you can see on the screen, just like that. super fast. So again, all I did there is I just swiped down just like that on my home screen, and it locks my device. It's just an extremely fast way to lock your device. And a lot of you are probably thinking that is the spotlight gesture, and it is. However, you do not lose spotlight functionality with this tweak. You just have to swipe down a little bit lighter, as you can see right there, and then release, and then spotlight search is still accessible, as you can see right here. So again, you swipe down a little bit lighter, and you could still access spotlight search. That's all you have to do. And of course, if you swipe down all the way, you're going to have the ability to lock your device. And again, that's really what I love about this tweak. You do not lose spotlight functionality. It just adds a great option, and again, you lose absolutely nothing with it. Now, what you want to do after you install the tweak is go into settings on your device, go into the Aslock settings panel, make sure the tweak is enabled, and what I have enabled is show spotlight, and that allows you to continue to use spotlight search. There's some other options, but I'm not going to go over those because, again, I just want to show you the general idea of this tweak. And there is one more option that I haven't showed you yet, and I do use this one occasionally, but I do not use it nearly as much as, of course, the ability to lock your device. And basically what this second gesture is you swipe it down and up quickly on the home screen, and it will open up the app switcher just like this, as you can see. There we go, we're in the app switcher just like that. As you can see, it works great with Auxo 3. And again, basically you just swipe down, swipe up quickly, and it opens up the app switcher. And again, it's just a quick way to open up the app switcher. Of course, if you have Auxo 3, you have the ability to just slide up like that. So again, I personally don't use that gesture tons, but it's definitely nice to have. And again, my favorite part of Aslock, once again, is just the ability to lock the device by swiping down. But again, it's good to have that option as well. And even if you're like me and you don't use the slide down and up gesture to open up the app switcher, it's still there. Again, it's not going to harm you. It's just going to stay there until you decide to use it. And there are times when it's not that accurate. You just have to kind of get the feel for it. You have to swipe down and up kind of firmly. You can't do it, short gestures just like that. You have to do long gestures, and you have to hold it for a second, just like this. And as you can see, it will work. But again, I use Auxo 2, or Auxo 3, excuse me, to do that. As you can see, this gesture right here. Again, this tweak's called Aslock. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And combined with Auxo 2, these two tweaks just make a great experience. You could open up an app, close an app, lock your device, be done with it very quickly, as you can see right there. Because in my experience, that's what I do the most often. I switch between apps and close apps and lock my device. So again, I could just be in settings. Let's say I used Auxo 3 to switch over to Safari. I was in here. I was done with Safari. Let's say I could just close it using hot corners, lock my device, be done with it, just like that. And again, that's using Auxo 3 and Aslock in conjunction to get a very fast, efficient experience with your iOS device. And that is what jailbreaking is all about, just making your device more efficient. And with these tweaks, you do not lose any type of design. Both of these tweaks look amazing, and I want to thank the developers and designers of these tweaks for, again, making them so amazing. These are really good tweaks. They just help you use your device in a more efficient way while retaining great design. And before I wrap up this video, I just want to let you guys know, happy holidays. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it a ton. You probably don't even know how much I appreciate it. It's just, again, I'm very thankful for that. So definitely keep up watching my videos. And that's all for this video. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.